Welcome back to Bay Area Focus. Richard Moran has served as a consultant to Fortune 500 companies, hosts a radio show for our sister station, KCBS, and is the author of The Thing About Work. And we are so glad he's here with us now to answer our questions and give all employees, all sorts of different industries, some much-needed advice. Richard, thanks for being here today.
I'm here to give advice.
Yes, well, we all need it because apparently we're all sabotaging our careers in little ways that maybe we didn't think of.
Well, everyone has a different perspective on work, and the workplace is changing so much. What I'm trying to do is give everyone a perspective on what's changing and what isn't. And a good example is, should you show up?
And describe that to us specifically, because we think, well, yeah, I'm here I am.
Yeah,
but a lot of people are not necessarily showing up.
You have to show up, but some people don't. And what I'm saying is that in the book, among other things, is that the best thing about work is your colleagues, the people that you work with, and the relationships that you build. And if you're working from home, then you're not developing those relationships. Plus, if you're not there, you're the easiest person to let go. And I don't know about others, but for me, when I work from home, the UPS guy is at the door, the dog is barking, the kids need to be picked up. It's actually more productive for me to show up. So
you're talking FaceTime.
I'm talking you do need to show up. No matter what people say, you still need to show up. And that's just an example. I mean, there's other things that are changing. In Silicon Valley, for example, an issue is, should you take your dog to work? Because a lot of startup companies say, come on, bring your dog.
Sure.
And
that's a perk,
you know,
really.
I love dogs, but it's a model that doesn't scale. It's okay if you're 2 people in a garage in Menlo Park, but if you're 100 people and everybody brings their dogs, that's not productive.
And does that reflect upon you at all, bringing your dog?
Well, it doesn't if everybody else is bringing them, but I'm suggesting to organizations that, you know, you need to think about all of your policies and all of the things that are going to make your people as productive as they can be. And having a lot of dogs around, to me, is not an environment that is real productive.
Now, when it comes to image, your car that you're driving to work apparently is a factor.
I had a boss once who the first thing he asked people, candidates, was, what kind of car do you drive? Because he was interpreting the kind of car you drive with what kind of a worker you're going to be. And if you drove a Prius, he was not going to hire you. But if you drove a faster car, he was going to hire you. So a big message in the book is just about little things that everything counts, I guess, is the message. And I like to tell the story that I was with happened to be a young woman, and she was being interviewed, and I took her to a local coffee shop. And when she got to the front of the line, she said, I'd like to order a double frappuccino with extra foam and 2 lids and
Let me guess,
caffeine
she
on the
sounded
side.
high maintenance.
Yeah, total high maintenance. And then during the interview, she just went on to prove that she was, so she didn't get the job.
Career clock. Tell us about that. There's a real danger, apparently, in sticking around in entry or mid-level positions.
Yeah. Well, how many times have we heard people say, well, I only expected to keep this job for 2 years, and 25 years later, I'm still here. And I'm suggesting that, you know, keep track of your career clock. And if you're not, if you're in an entry-level job when you're 20 years past what should be an entry-level job, maybe you should think about another career. So a lot of it is just very simple advice about careers, about how to be successful, and it's easy to read and very prescriptive.
Now, we only have about a minute left, but talk about the harsh reality that a lot of people are going to face in the workplace, negative feedback. How do you take it?
Yeah, no one likes negative feedback.
Right.
You know, and when people say, I really like negative feedback, give it all to me,
they're lying.
That usually means they want to hear good things. So I'd be real careful about negative feedback.
All right, well, it sounds very interesting. A lot of little things that perhaps we don't think about that could be holding you back in the workplace. Richard Moran, we really appreciate your insight. To get your copy of The Thing About Work and find some more advice from Richard, log on to richardmoran.com. Stick around. After the break, we have some delicious new recipes.